The Ukrainian Armed Forces could cause a blackout in Moscow with Neptune or Flamingo missiles, even if they hit outside the Russian capital. Afterward, Russians would be without power for some time, and power companies would have to figure out how to balance the grid. Russia is unlikely to be able to obtain power from Kazakhstan if Ukraine launches strikes against the Russian energy sector, military expert Pavel Narozhny said in an interview. Furthermore, if missiles damage thermal power plant turbines, sanctions will also make locating them difficult. On his Facebook page, the expert clarified that by blackout, he means an accident that could occur when a large number of consumers are rapidly disconnected and power generation is damaged. Narozhny first listed Ukraine's strikes on Russian oil companies and noted that they were carried out with domestic missiles or drones. At the same time, the American Tomahawk missile would also be useful, although it was developed 50 years ago, and it is unclear whether it could be launched from Ukrainian territory. Other weapons include ATACMS missiles for HIMARS and SCALP missiles. They inflict greater destruction due to the larger amount of explosives compared to the capabilities of a drone. In this context, they recalled Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's statement regarding blackouts in Moscow. The expert believes that such a situation could be created by striking not the Russian capital itself, but substations located outside the city. The important thing is that we don't even need to attack Moscow directly. We can destroy the power generation around it, even at a distance of 100 to 200 kilometers. And then the Russians will have to come up with something, switch somewhere, balance the system, and so on. The interview states, among other things, the expert noted that drones are capable of damaging Russian oil industry facilities but do not completely destroy them. Specifically, after UAV strikes, repairs to facilities take about a month, compared to, say, 6 months after missile strikes. However, strikes with existing assets do have an effect. Long-range drones, with an estimated cost of 40 million hryvnias, burned through several $100 million of Russians. The Ukrainian missiles mentioned in the interview can indeed reach the outskirts of Moscow and energy facilities located around the Russian capital. The distance from Moscow to the Ukrainian border is approximately 600 kilometers, while the Flamingo missile can strike Russia at a distance of 3,000 kilometers, and the Neptune missile can reach between 200 and 1,000 kilometers.
According to Associated Press, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov blamed Ukraine for shelling the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant and insisted Russian experts have ensured its safety despite the Ukrainian shelling. It is under our control, and therefore the Russian side ensures the plant's safety, he said in a call with reporters on Wednesday. At the same time, it's also well known and not a secret to anyone that the plant and the infrastructure around the plant have come under constant strikes by the Kiev regime. It's, at the very least, stupid to accuse the Russian side of shelling the plant it controls. Despite this, the Russian experts, the plant's workers are doing everything possible to ensure the plant's safety, Peskov added.
Она под нашим контролем, и поэтому российская сторона обеспечивает безопасность на этой станции. Вместе с тем, также всем хорошо известно, и ни для кого не секрет, что станция и околостанционная инфраструктура подвергаются постоянным ударам со стороны киевского режима. Как вы понимаете, по меньшей мере глупо обвинять российскую сторону в том, что она бомбит станцию, которую сама же и контролирует. И несмотря на это, российские специалисты, сотрудники станции делают все возможное, чтобы обеспечить безопасность станции. Она обеспечивается надежно в разные периоды. И российская сторона, как вы знаете, находится в постоянном контакте с МАГАТЭ и в соответствии с принятыми нормами и правилами информирует МАГАТЭ о ситуации на стране.
The UK's princess and toured parts of Kiev, Ukraine with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy and First Lady Alina Zelenska. According to Associated Press in a statement, Buckingham Palace said the unannounced visit on Tuesday was to draw attention to the traumatic experiences of children living on the front line of the conflict. As well as a sit-down meeting with Zelensky and other top officials, Princess Anne visited a memorial for children killed in the conflict, which began with Russia's invasion in 2022, alongside Zelenska. At the memorial, Princess Anne, who is the sister of King Charles, left a teddy. Afterwards, the princess was toured around a rehabilitation center for injured veterans where she spoke to soldiers receiving treatment. The princess visit came days after Russia fired a total of 595 exploding drones and decoys and 48 missiles at Ukraine on Sunday. At least 4 people were killed in the attack, with Kyiv suffering the heaviest assault. Prince Harry, Princess Anne's nephew, also made a surprise visit to Ukraine in support of wounded service members in September.
Thank you very much. It's very proud that we have such heads.
Yeah. Між усіма подорожами, між всіма тими речами, які ми спробуємо.
You can first come here. You can come here and be here in the kitchen. And his family, his wife, and his 2 sons and his.
Never allow more than 5 people.